To take a look at our salutes. A very happy birthday to Sienna Hayes. She turns 12 today. She loves horses and cheerleading and enjoys her tumbling classes. This wish comes from your Nana, who says, we are so proud of the young lady you are becoming, and we love you so much. And happy birthday to Raylan Grace Hyatt. She turns 8 today. Look at her. She is in 2nd grade at North Elementary School in Altamont. She loves playing softball. This wish comes from Papa Bill and Granny Kai Kai, who love you very much. And happy birthday to Coda, celebrating the big 6. We hear he is an amazing grandson. This wish comes from your Nani and Papa, who say they love you. And congratulations, Coda. You are our Bojangles winner for today. We will mail you a gift card for Breakfast on Us. If you would like to celebrate someone's special day, send in your salute at least 1 week in advance to salutes@local3news.com. Remember to include your phone number and address.
All right, 625. Michelle, we're working on this behind the scenes right now. 24 eastbound and westbound closed after the Monteagle exits. They've got it closed on both sides because of a multi-vehicle accident. More on that in the next half hour.
All right, we'll also have more news and weather and, of course, the most up-to-date traffic before you step out the door this Wednesday morning.
This is Local 3 News Today.
Good morning, friends. It's a Wednesday at 6:30 a.m. I'm Paul Sheen.
And I'm Michelle Herron. We are so glad you're waking up with us, and it is a warm morning out there, but there is a chance for storms later today. Let's bring in meteorologist Allison Pryor, who is tracking it all. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, the air is pretty comfortable outside this morning time. You're probably going to step out there and think, hey, this is no big deal. But we have this broken line of storms that's going to roll through our area this afternoon. Key timing noon to 8 p.m. Let me get you out the door, though, first thing this morning. And for a lot of communities now, it's in the 60s. We still have 2 spots, though, that are hanging on to the 70s. So Athens at 70 degrees, Scottsboro at 70 degrees. Now, there is a little bit cooler air over to the east in Cherokee County. 56 there, especially that eastern end of Cherokee County. But for a lot of you, you can probably step outside, not have to have a jacket this morning, but I would go ahead and pack the raincoat because you might want that a little bit later on as the day progresses. So as we look at 8 a.m., mostly cloudy to overcast, 68 degrees. That's really going to be the cloud cover we have today, mostly cloudy to cloudy skies. Now, from noon all the way through 8 p.m., that will be the window of time that we have those rain chances, particularly in Chattanooga, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, say when you're picking up kids from school, or for some of our eastern communities, your evening commute, your ride home. Notice those high temperatures today are going to be in the 70s, so still certainly warm, but not as warm as recent days. 77 at 2 o'clock, 75 degrees at 4 p.m. Now, as you're out and about today, air quality is in the moderate category. It's in the very kind of low end of the moderate category, so it's almost good, generally acceptable for the majority of the population. Mold count is going to jump back up today, so in the high category, and pollen kind of holding with that moderate category as far as that goes. And speaking of pollen, how about some of these pretty spring views? Cheryl Braswell sent in this gorgeous azalea and butterfly and a nice little buttercup from Frankie in Cleveland.
Well, look at that.
All right, thanks, Allison. One person was shot on Windsor Street last night. That's in the Orchard Knob neighborhood. The 911 call came in just after 8 o'clock. Police have not shared many details. We are working to learn the person's condition, and we'll keep you updated. Well, starting today, Volkswagen employees will start voting on if they want to join the United Auto Workers Union. Employees voted in 2019 and the union lost in a close vote.
We covered that case thoroughly, and we're covering this vote this week as well thoroughly. Governor Bill Lee has joined others in voicing his opposition in the unionization of the auto industry. Leah Bowling is outside of the Volkswagen plant this morning, joins us now to explain more. Good morning, Leah.
Good morning, Paul. Governor Lee says he's concerned the union is driven by misinformation and scare tactics. He joined heads of state from Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, South Carolina, and Texas in opposing the UAW at local plants. Their statement reads in part, "As governors, we have a responsibility to our constituents to speak up when we see special interests looking to come into our state and threaten our jobs and the values we live by. The reality is companies have choices when it comes to where to invest and bring jobs and opportunity." Now, Democrats like State Representative Yusuf Hakim have spoken up about why they're in favor of the vote. Hakim says unions protect the basic rights of workers.
You look at reality, what unions do is protect the basic rights of workers and health care, employment, jobs, and the wages, all of that. It's a part of the process.
The Chattanooga plant is Volkswagen's only assembly plant in the U.S. It employs over 4,000 auto workers. The vote will happen today through Friday, and results are expected to be released late Friday night. Reporting in Chattanooga, I'm Leah Bowling, Local 3 News.
All right, Leah, thank you.
Chattanooga City Attorney has filed a civil complaint against Councilwoman Demetrius Coonrod. It claims investigations by him and the city auditor found conflicting information regarding where she lives. City Attorney Phil Noblet is now asking the court to review the evidence and determine her permanent place of residence and whether she should be removed from office. Tennessee state law requires all council members to be actively living in the district they represent.
Take a look at this map. It shows the city council districts. Coonrod represents District 9, which is highlighted in yellow at the bottom center of your screen. That address is on her driver's license, vehicle registration, and checking account. The complaint found evidence Coonrod may live in a home she bought near Highway 58 in Hamilton County. You can see that at the top right of the map. That address is not in a city council district. Coonrod says she bought the house in 2022, but her daughter lives there. We'll follow this case in civil court and bring you the latest.
A hearing to decide whether or not to release the writings of the Covenant school shooter was held in Nashville yesterday. The writings could provide insight into what the shooter was thinking before killing 6 people at that private Christian school last year. First Amendment attorney Douglas Pierce argues his client is not suing for the release of sensitive information or school property that could be found in the writings. The judge argued problems could arise if the writings are released.
The opposite of that argument is that releasing certain writings may compel others to copycat or engage in similar behavior. That's the other argument that is being made before the court.
The scheduled arguments are expected to continue today.
A bill that would require the Tennessee Department of Health to report the number of gun deaths and injuries in the state is now heading to Governor Bill Lee's desk. The goal of the bill is to have the numbers reported to the governor every year in an effort to curb the amount of gun violence in the state. Lawmakers would then be able to pull the information for future use.
St. Jude Dream Home tickets are selling at another record pace. We're past the 60% sold mark, so if you want to get yours, you're going to need to do it soon. And if you reserve your ticket before April 27th, you are eligible to win a $10,000 gift card. That is in addition to your chance at winning the house. Due to state laws, only Tennessee residents can reserve online. If you live outside of Tennessee, you're going to need to call that 800 number on your screen.
6:35 is your time as we head to break. Catherine Kipper is today's Show Us Your Mug winner. Here she is with her favorite mug. It says Sewanee University on it. Now, I hear that she rescued this mug from the lost and found. That's a really good idea, actually. I really like that. Now, Miss Kipper is a U.S. history teacher at Ray County High School, so shout out to all of the teachers and students at Ray County High. And congratulations, Miss Kipper. You have won a Local 3 mug. If you would like to enter, send us a picture of you and your favorite mug to showusyourmug at local3news.com. Remember to include your phone number and address.
Can you pop that mug back up for a quick second? Just real quick here. She found it in the lost and found, right, Michelle?
Uh-huh.
See, I'm taking a close look at it.
Uh-huh.
I think.
Was it yours?
It might, no. Honestly, someone at home might be like, hey.
Hey, it's found a new home.
Yeah,
We love
it's
it.
happy, all right?
Good morning and a very happy Wednesday to you. Let's take a peek at our weather headlines for today. Cloudy, so generally mostly cloudy to overcast skies forecasted for your Wednesday. It's also going to be warm today in the 70s, so not quite as warm as yesterday or the day before, but still a little bit above normal. Highs for most from 74 to 78. I do want to pay attention for the afternoon, though. We are going to have a broken line of storms from about noon to 8 p.m. Nice on Thursday, and more scattered storms Thursday night into Friday. There is a very low wind risk for severe today. Good morning. I'm going to start you off with a couple of great photos. This was sunrise yesterday morning. Larry Bauer sent this one in from Ringgold, Georgia. Absolutely stunning colors in the sky. It was a brief moment, but we had very colorful skies for yesterday morning. Robert Copeland grabbed this great shot in Soddy Daisy, and James Trump took this one in Harrison. So from sunrise yesterday, we're not quite there yet today, but I did want to give you some positive news. I showed you this last hour. There were over 1,500 customers, in fact 1,700 customers without power from North Georgia EMC in Catoosa County around the Ringgold area. That at least has improved some, down to 500 customers without power. So if you know anybody there, you can kind of give them that update if you're able to watch us on TV, or maybe you're just watching a live stream on your phone. You can still see that. Let's get you to this afternoon, because we may have a couple of power outages because there is a low end risk for some severe storms this afternoon. Key timing noon to 8 p.m. You're going to see nothing on 2 or above on this scale. It's just that level 1. So damaging wind gusts and large hail, those are the two that we're looking at. Not worried about tornadoes today, and not worried about flooding. In fact, there's not going to be a whole lot of rainfall with this system. We actually could use some of that rain. I'll let you know how much rain and really kind of time it out as it moves from west to east. And of course, your Wednesday weather trivia question coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you so much, Allison. Well, 7 jurors were seated on day 2 of former President Donald Trump's hush money trial in Manhattan yesterday.
Yeah, the 7 include an oncology nurse, a corporate lawyer, and an English teacher. Before they were seated, jurors went through the questionnaire phased by the district attorney's office and Trump's lawyers. An attorney for the former president challenged several prospective jurors, calling for some to be dismissed due to past social media posts. When asked what kind of juror he thought would be ideal in this trial, Trump said this.
Do you think the juror in your mind is an ideal juror?
Anybody that's fair.
Jury selection will continue today until a panel of 12 New Yorkers and likely 6 alternates are selected. The next group of 96 potential jurors was sworn in Monday and dismissed until tomorrow morning. All right, quick look outside once again. We've been talking about this one. This is on Monteagle, right? 24 eastbound, 24 westbound closed because of multi-vehicle accident affecting both sides, eastbound and westbound right now. And here's a closer look at the accident. You could see there are multiple vehicles involved. Crews are on scene working to clean it up right now, but there is no passing eastbound nor westbound on 24 right now on Monteagle. Again, multi-vehicle accident. This, for perspective, if you're on the east side of Monteagle, if you're going up Monteagle from Chattanooga, as soon as you get past the first 2 exits of Monteagle, you run into this and you cannot get off the highway. So if you're gonna get off that first Monteagle exit and navigate accordingly from there. 6:42 is your time. We'll be right back.
All right, we'll be right back after this. All right, it is time for the answer to this week's Wednesday weather trivia.
Yeah, we got some cooking parallels with some of those words, by the way.
Yeah, so this applies to heat transfer, heat energy just across the board. Of course, we're bringing it up related to weather in the atmosphere. So there are 3 different ways energy or heat is transferred into and through the atmosphere. Which one of these is not? So we're looking for the not. We have, if I can open up the paper. Oh, it's on the flip side. Here we go. C, circulation is what Paul Shaheen says. In a sense, doesn't convection involve circulation? And he even drew little arrows for me. Okay. Curtis went with D, conduction.
Whoa, really?
And then
We're all over the place here.
Would you go
Michelle went with B. Everybody has a different answer today.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wow.
B, and she said, wouldn't we have to wear lead if this was true, like when getting x-rays? Okay, so I will say the correct answer is not A, so somebody is right in the building right now, and the person that is correct is Paul Shaheen.
Good
Using
job.
a little cooking metaphor right there.
That's what it
getting
was.
So Paul gains a point. Circulation, yes, I get what you're saying, that convection does involve some circulation, but it's not really the defined technical term. So we're back to a tied ball game.
This is fun.
We've been doing a little bouncing back and forth here in recent weeks. So score is now 8-8. I'm going to show you all the diagram that I show for elementary schools so we can kind of see that motion, all right? So you have the sun. The sun radiation, that's the waves that come through why you get sunburned because of the UV radiation, us wearing sunblock. So no lead, Michelle, but sunscreen, yes. It also heats up the ground. Conduction, that's going to be that heat transfer when 2 objects are touching each other. It's through the material, and so you're going to heat up a little bit of that air that's above it, and then that warm air rises. Convection is that heat, that energy transfer through fluids. So air and liquids are fluids, so you can also think boiling water. That's going to be convection as well. So those are our different types of our energy or heat transfer, all thanks to our lovely sun in the middle of our solar system. And today that sunshine is going to be doing some work once again by providing us some warm air ahead in the 70s. In fact, really spending the majority of the day in the 70s. We have 68 at 8 a.m., but by 9 o'clock it's 71, and from there you're hanging out in the 70s. 77 at 1, 2 o'clock, a little bit of a dip down when you get some of that rain to your area. Winds from the south-southwest today at about 10 miles per hour. Speaking of rain, here's what that looks like. A couple of spotty light little sprinkles or a shower 10, 11 a.m., but really I think that start time noon all the way through into 8 p.m. That's when we're going to have that broken line to some showers and storms moving from west to east across our area, bringing us a little bit of rainfall and that low-end severe risk. Now, some of you picked up some rain last night. Nothing showing up here locally on the radar right now, though, but we do have those cloudy skies. Generally today, we're going to be dealing with mostly cloudy to overcast skies. Here's the line that we're eyeing. You'll notice it's actually pretty well ahead of where the actual cold front is, but it's narrow in nature, and as that pushes and marches eastward, it's going to bring us a little bit of that rain and storm chance. So still by about 10:30, there's not much that's ongoing. Let me take it to noon. To 1 o'clock, you'll begin to see a few of these storm cells. Notice it's not a big red line that everybody's going to experience. You do have pockets of just some regular rain in between, but it's these individual locations. That's where you can get some brief heavy rain and also that potential for an isolated strong to severe storm. Here's approaching about 4:45, 5 o'clock. You'll see that activity at that point mainly for our kind of eastern and then southern communities, kind of passing through Chattanooga about 3, 4 p.m. this afternoon. So by about time that 7 o'clock rolls around, it's only our far southeastern communities, and 8 p.m. that's really out of here. And as we look ahead to 9 o'clock, there's not much on there. So total rainfall from this event, we could use the rain, but unfortunately it's not a whole lot. About 1/10 to 1/3 of an inch on average across the area is what we'll be picking up. Let me continue through tonight into tomorrow. So by tomorrow morning, clouds are already breaking up. Tomorrow is going to be mostly sunny. You're going to get more blue sky and sunshine than cloud cover, but yeah, some scattered clouds still there. A couple of spotty light showers possible by tomorrow evening, and then it'll be Thursday night into Friday morning that we have additional rain and storms. Once again, during that window, there will still be a low and severe risk for that as well. And then by Friday afternoon, that system is out of here. Wind coming down from the northwest, so it'll gradually kind of cool down for Saturday and Sunday. For today, certainly warm though. You're looking at those highs in the 70s, 78 in Chattanooga, 77 for Dalton, 78 in Fort Payne, 69 though in Altamont. Overnight, upper 50s to low 60s with the mostly cloudy sky and wind from the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, it's even warmer. We jump back up to the 80s, 86 for that high for Chattanooga, Cleveland, Dalton, 85 in Athens, 86 in Murphy, and you get that sunshine once more. That additional storm chance is going to be Thursday night into Friday morning as we look to Saturday, 75 for your high, and then on Sunday, a little bit milder at 66. Michelle, you asked this. I checked it. Tomorrow's record, 90 degrees. So I don't think we're going to make that record high for tomorrow, but it'll certainly be warm outside.
It's crazy to think like 90 degrees in April. Like, that's just crazy to me.
Yeah.
She was close.
Close.
Kind of like your answer.
I knew we were going to loop back around to that.
Yeah.
But not quite there.
Hey, in my head, we should all be walking around in those things
We're-
that
They were wearing at the dental office.
like,
It would be a hot summer.
That would be a hot summer.
I do have my sunscreen on today.
There you
so
go.
That's good.
Perfect.
That's good.
All right, the sun doesn't come out. It's going to be cloudy and rainy now. We'll take it back. Actually, we need to go outside right now.
Yeah,
and
this
take a
is
look
serious.
At this really is here. 24 eastbound and westbound shut down right now. So this is on, you see Monteagle labeled right there, right? You can get off the first two Monteagle exits if you're heading westbound towards Nashville, but after that, you're going to get stuck in that mess. There really isn't any way off of it either. Those cars and vehicles have been stuck there for more than an hour now. And you can see multiple emergency vehicles on the scene trying to clean this up. This is 24 eastbound, westbound on Monteagle. It's the backside of Monteagle, as we would call it if you are living in the Chattanooga area. But it is completely closed down at mile marker 132. That's that camera shot right now. They're working to clean this up, but this may be ongoing for quite some time this morning.